Hi everybody. I know it has been like forever since I have actually done a YouTube video, but I waited a long time. I am now 6 months into having my ostomy. So I have done a heck of a lot in that amount of time. I think I've come a long way and had a lot of great experiences. So one cool thing is that you saw initially that I was walking every day. So I have continued to walk. I walk just about every day. And as of right now, in the past 6 months, I have actually walked 1,032 miles. Yes. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't gone back to running. I don't know if I ever will go back to running. Probably not. So I'm thinking that I will maybe just walk a little bit faster and so on. I have been now going back and trying to do some weights. So very slowly, very minimal weights, but I'd like to get some muscle tone back. I think that's just over time. And, one of the biggest fears that I have is a hernia. So I don't have a hernia. I don't want a hernia. And I'm absolutely terrified of getting a hernia. So I think if I just keep working out my abs a little bit, doing minimal weights and trying my very best, that hopefully I'll be able to, build back up to at least something that I used to have. So on a different note, I have been going back to work. I went back to work, 3 weeks after my surgery, and that has been going well. I have to tell you that I am far more productive. I feel great at work now. For years, I would go there, and in the morning I was doubled over in pain. I was kind of walking hunched over, and by the end of the day I was just pretty much shot. I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to go out at night. When we had curriculum nights at my school, I was just miserable. I was so sick. I felt terrible, and it was miserable. But now we have these evenings at school, and I'm actually excited. I have energy, I feel good, I can stay the whole time, and I can actually do a better job, and I'm very excited about it. So that's been very good for me. I've gone swimming. I've actually showered with my bag on, and that was kind of a hurdle to get over, because I always thought that if I did that, then it would fall off. And I had some experiences early on when that happened. So I now use a Coloplast, the C-ring that goes around, and I always put that on, and it seems to be a wonderful thing. So now I'm changing my bag only once every 5 days. So that's a huge, huge step in the right direction for me. Another thing I've done is I have traveled. So I've been on a plane. I have gone to visit my daughter, who lives out in Las Vegas, and was on a couple planes, and everything went well. It was enjoyable. I had a great time while I was there. I was able to do everything with her and feel good while I was doing it. So that's kind of a huge thing. TSA is absolutely amazing. So if you are traveling, they are very, very helpful. If you need assistance going through security, they have TSA Cares, and you would just register with them ahead of time, about 72 hours prior to your trip, and they can meet you at security and help you get through that seamlessly. Once you get to the gate for your airlines, if you just let them know that you have an ostomy and maybe need to board early so that you can use the bathroom prior to takeoff, they'll let you get right on there with priority boarding. So that's been a godsend too. So I've really, really enjoyed that. My daughter and I went to a theme park in Orlando this summer. I was able to walk around the whole day in 100 and something degree heat with terrible humidity, and everything stayed in place. We had a great time, and I am so excited that I can actually do those things now. The most recent thing that I did is probably even one of the most exciting. I went to the UOAA conference, United Ostomy Association of America. And if you have never been to that, I strongly recommend that you go. I actually think it should be mandatory for everybody who has an ostomy, because it was life-changing. I mean, and that's not an understatement, an overstatement. It truly, truly was. To be in a place with everybody else that has an ostomy, to hear stories, to feel acceptance, to understand, to, have them understand you, to learn at all of the different seminars and the general sessions. They had stoma clinics or whatever. It was the most fabulous experience, and everybody should go. I know that a lot of people get really down, they get depressed, they don't want to leave their house. Life changes for them once they have an ostomy, but going to the conference really is a very positive experience where you see how everybody, young and old, come to life, and they're actually living healthily and happily with their ostomies, and how it doesn't impact or interfere with anything you do. In fact, it actually enhances it. So I can't say enough about UOAA as an organization. If you can't get to a national conference, by all means, join your local support group. You can call UOAA. They will connect you with someone in your area that can guide you then to those meetings. Some of them are in person, some of them are online, but it's definitely worth connecting with people with ostomies. So just wanted to share a little bit about my story. After 6 months now, I will continue to walk every day. I will continue to work out. I will continue to go out and have fun and wear my normal clothes, which is what we all want to do anyways. I mean, nothing should really change. You can't see that I have an ostomy, and for the most part, when I went to the conference, you couldn't tell that anybody had one either. So enjoy your ostomy. It was a lifesaver for you, and it's life-changing. I hope everybody stays ostomistic.